Hello guys, welcome back to this series on JavaScript. My name is Abida Kuntayenife, an instructor at SQI College of ICT. In our last video, we looked at something like this. We looked at the logical operators. In this video, we'll be looking at if statements. So, from our last lesson, we know that if I have something like this, let's say 3, then I can say console log okay. So if num is 3, then it will console log hope you are okay to send this value to the console. Then this will either return true or false. Of course, since this is true, then it will send hope you are okay to the console. So let's check that. Hope you are okay. But what happens when this condition is false? In this case, let's say nothing happens, right? You see nothing in the console. Nothing happens. So what if you now want to create another condition so that if it is true you should do something, and if it is false you want to do another thing? If it is true you want to do this, and if it is false you want to do something else. That's where if else comes in. So if the condition is true, do this, but if it is false you want to do another thing. You want to do maybe console log maybe sorry you are not okay. So since this, if it returns true, it will do this. If it returns false, then it will do the else. Do you understand how it works now? So in this case, if I have if num equals to 4, this will return false because num is 32 is not equal to 4. Then it means to come and do the else. It will do the else. So sorry you are not okay, but if it is true, then it will do the if. Hope you are okay. So that's how if else works. So you can have a lot of expressions there, or maybe b equals to maybe 7. So just remember, num is num equals to 2. Yes, that is true. Is b equals to 7? No, that is false. What is true or false? True or false will return true. So it means this host will return true. And since it is true, it means it will console log hope you are okay. Meaning that if I run this, I will say hope you are okay in my browser, in my console. So that's what we have here. Hope you are okay. So we've done that. Let's look at another thing, which is the if else if. We looked at if. We look at if else. We want to look at if else if. Let's assume I have another variable. So now, when do you use if else if? use if else if when you want to write many conditions. For instance, if this condition is true, you want to do this. If this condition is true, you want to do this. If this condition is true, you want to do this. Meaning that you are writing different conditions. Different conditions. You will get this thing better very soon. So good. In this case, it will check if num equals to 3. Is num equals to 3? Yes. It will console log hope you are okay. So because this condition is true. But what happens if we have this and we have this? So what it's going to do is it will ask it, it will ask itself, like JavaScript will run it, is num equals to 10 equals to 4? No, that is false. Is num equals to 4? No, that is false. Since that condition is not so, it will come here and check for this condition. Is b equals to 9? Yes, meaning that it will do this. It will console log hope you are, it will console log how are you doing. Now, if that is false again, let's assume we have 10 here and we have less than here. In this case, is num equals to 4? No. Is b equals to 10? No. Is c less than or equal to 1? Yes. Minus 7 is less than 1. So it means it will do this one. It will console log good morning. Do you understand how it works now? Let's proceed again. What if none of the conditions are true? Let's say none. None of them are true. Let's assume I have 8 here. Is num equals to 4? No. Is b equals to 10? No. Is c less than or equal to 1? No. Then it's not going to do anything because none of them is true. None of them is true, so nothing will happen. Let's now look at the last condition. What if you have 3 and you have 9? Is num equals to 3? Yes. If you console log is console log hope you are okay. Then here you have b equals to 9. So you expect to console log how are you doing? But the way this thing works is once one of them is true, it won't bother checking others again. This is a single if block. What I mean is this: once you see if, no matter, you can have up to 1000 else if, it will only do one out of them. It will only do one. That's how if statement works. It will only do one. Even if you have 1000 else if, it can only do one in a given if block. So it can only do one out of all these things. So once the first one is true, it won't even bother checking this to know whether it is true or not. So once this condition is true, it will console log hope you are okay, and it won't bother checking this again. So do you understand now? So in this case, you see hope you are okay. Hope you are okay. So what if I have 5 here? This is 9, and this is 10. So these two conditions are true. So if you do this, it won't bother checking this. How are you doing? So let's now look at the last part of this. What if after checking to everything, you still want to do one thing? Like after checking to everything, and none of them is correct, you still want to do something. After checking, remember there is a difference between this else if and our if else. Our if else does not have any condition, meaning that once the if is false, that is, once the if is false, it's going to do the else. But this one has conditions. So this we check if that condition is true before executing the command here. But now we want to look at another part. What if none of this condition is true? You still want it to do something. If none of this is correct, you still want to do something. What you do is you now put your final else here. Else, it should be the last one. That is, you can't put it in between. It should be the last one. So we can have none is correct. So let me write this. So none of this condition is correct. Num is not 5 because num is 3. B is not 0 because B is 9. C is not less than or equal to 1 because C is actually 8 and 8 is greater than 1. Then if none of this condition is correct, if none, then it will console log none is correct, meaning you should come and do this last one. If none of this condition is true, then you should do this last one. None is correct. So that is if else, if else. Another thing, again, remember you can only do a single command in a if statement, meaning that if this is correct, you should do this. It won't bother checking all this again. If this is correct, it means that this is not correct. That is, if it's going to do this, it means this is not correct. Then it should do this and it won't bother checking this. If it executes this, it means these two are not correct. Then it executes this and won't bother checking this. But if none of them is correct, then it will do this last one. Then you can have 1,000 else if like this, but you can only have one if and one final else like this. But you can have 1,000 else if as much as you like. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.